Hello and welcome to News Plus on Bureau Television. I am Patient CD. The All Progressive Congress Campaign Council has debunked the claim that 400 billion naira was recovered when operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission raided the home of its presidential candidate Bola Tinubu. This was even as the campaign council called for the arrest of the online publisher who circulated the claim. The APC-PC rebuttal came after the EFCC also denied carrying out any raid on the residence of the former Lagos State governor. On Sunday, an online platform claimed in a report that Tinubu forfeited 400 billion old naira notes to operatives of the EFCC after one of its underground homes was raided. Denying the report in a tweet via its Twitter handle, the spokesperson for the commission, Wilson Uwajaren, urged Nigerians to disregard the report as fake news. Again, protest has erupted in Ogun State over the naira scarcity, with videos online showing two banks set on fire in Chagoma area of the state. The videos shared on Monday showed many residents watching as Keystone and Union banks were set ablaze, with some youths holding planks in protest. On Friday last week, newsmen had reported how protests erupted in the Mowe-Ibafo area of Ogun State, with many residents blocking the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in protest of the woes and hardship caused by the lingering scarcity of the naira note. And now, in line with the subsistent order of the Supreme Court, Kaduna State government has directed its ministries, departments, and agencies to ensure continued acceptance of payment in old and new naira denominations. The state government also warned against breakdown of law and order on account of ongoing naira shortage, warning that any form of protest is prohibited. According to a statement issued by Special Advisor Media and Commission Muyiwa Adeke, Governor Nasir El-Rufai said the laws of Kaduna State do not allow personnel of government agency to be involved in cash collection. Meanwhile, the lawmaker representing Kaduna North Federal Constituency, Samaila Suleiman, has urged the federal government to order the arrest of El-Rufai following a state broadcast where he urged citizens to disregard President Muhammadu Buhari's speech on cessation of 1,500 naira notes last legal tender. The Independent National Electoral Commission has expressed hope that its cash request presented to the Central Bank of Nigeria will be met on or before Tuesday. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of its Committee on Information and Voter Education, Festus Okoye, disclosed this to reporters. The Commission had earlier said it presented its cash requirements for the prosecuting the forthcoming elections to the CBN in face of shortage or scarcity of naira notes in circulation. The Commission had explained that even though it does not make of its payment through online transfer, some specific services have to be paid in cash. At least 2,445 women and children die every day from preventable causes in Nigeria, according to data from the Federal Ministry of Health on the National Maternal and Child Health. The data obtained by newsmen reveal that 70% of deaths are preventable. According to the data, 145 women die every day due to preventable pregnancy-related causes in Nigeria. Commenting on the data, President Society of Gynecology of Nigeria, Dr. Habib Sadauki, told newsmen that there was no need for increased awareness, or there is a need rather in increased awareness in the communities to reduce maternal deaths in the country. The president of the Coalition of Societies for Rights of Older Persons in Nigeria, Senator Ezi Ajuku, says exercises and eating right are major keys to good and healthy living. Ajuku stated this during a novelty football match between Team and Young Stars as a post-Valentine celebration in Abuja. According to him, the secret of healthy living is a regular exercise and eating right.
I know my life depends on it. I exercise, I eat right, and I try to discipline myself you know, and the things that diabetics should avoid, I try to avoid them. So that is what has made me fit. And the other is the grace of God upon my life.
Also, retired Colonel Omero, a former military administrator of Kogi State, emphasized the imperative of exercise, especially to older persons. Omero said that sport is the antidote to body fatigue and also manner of sicknesses, urging his colleagues to embrace exercise.
The game of football requires a lot of physical fitness, and that's what you have seen that was exhibited today. And we are asking everybody to join us in keeping fit, even as we age along, you know, and it's very, very important. So we should take home that aspect of everyone knowing that he should keep fit.
It's time for a break, and when we come back, News Plus continues.
Before you came round, my heart would never be lost.
The story of a charmer and his crush.
Before you came round, I was ready to slow down. Before you came round, I was heading for a small disaster. Before you came round, I was ready to blow me down.
Tat Fragrance, the new luxury fragrance for men and women.
Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is News Plus on Viewer Television. Gunmen in large numbers have again attacked the Awada police station near Obasi in Idemili North local government area of the state. It was gathered that the hoodlums invaded the police facility around 2:18 a.m. on Monday and engaged operatives on duty, where about 3 of the hoodlums were said to have been shot dead. This is coming less than 24 hours after attack on the 323 Police Divisional Office in LGA, where about 6 people were killed. A source in the area said the hoodlums started shooting sporadically as they approached the police station, adding that the gunshots lasted for several hours. The United States Embassy in Nigeria has said it has limited ability to provide emergency service to the U.S. citizens in many areas of Nigeria due to security conditions. This was contained in an updated travel advisory alert title reissued with updates to Stephen and do not travel areas on February 28th. The embassy said violent crime, which is common throughout the country, was often targeting dual nationals who had returned to Nigeria. It, however, warned its citizens in Nigeria not to travel to Borno, Yobe, Kogi, and northern Adamawa states due to terrorism and kidnapping, stressing that they should avoid Bauchi, Gombe, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, and Zamfara states due to kidnapping. Another 8 APC presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has promised to revive the economy of Borno State and supports victims of insurgency if elected president. Tinubu stated this when his vice and other party faithfuls visited Maiduguri for their rally on Saturday. And now Beatrice Kuresi has more on this story.
The streets of Maiduguri metropolis was agog as supporters of the APC came out in their numbers for the APC presidential rally of Tinubu and Shetima in Borno State. To many, this was not unexpected as Borno is the home state of Kashim Shetima, the vice presidential candidate of the APC. The party flag bearer and officials of the party paid a courtesy call on the Shehu of Borno.
With regard to the oil exploration, the other time we are told that there have been an oil and all this is and something has to be done about it in earnest. But not upon whatever reason, that program was abandoned in the name of security. Okay, people have security problem here, but the other places of the country.
Meanwhile, the El Kanami Sports Center was filled with thousands of supporters and party faithful from across the state. Governors of Jigawa, Kebbi, Niger, Kano, and the national chairman, among others, were in attendance. Apart from the will of God, nothing will deprive us of victory in the election. In fact, with the votes from Jigawa, Borno, Kano, Katsina, we will defeat them next Saturday. We will provide jobs for our youth and we will recharge an oil exploration in Lake Chad Basin. The APC presidential candidate said he will revamp the economy, bring development in the country, and assured that his government will give succor to Borno indigents who have suffered deprivation from insurgency.
You have those challenges. It is over now. You have suffered deprivation. You have suffered homelessness. Some people created orphans. We will take care of all of you.
The party also received the campaigns from the NNPP, PDP and SDP. As the campaigns are drawing to a conclusion, Nigerians are hopeful that whoever becomes the president will address critical sectors of the nation to give Nigerians a better life.
And now the United States Agency for International Development state-to-state activity is providing technical assistance to civil society organizations and government officials in Adamawa State on the need for citizens' involvement in budget planning. The director of the Budget Office of the Adamawa State Ministry of Finance said the 3 days of training have equipped them with skills in amplifying the budget for better understanding. And Amparasida Bank completes the report.
Every year, governments at all levels plan and present appropriation bills to the National and State Assemblies for the next fiscal financial year. But citizens' involvement in preparing such bills that will later become budget has been inadequate. It is because of this concern that the United States Agency for International Development is training stakeholders in Adamawa State. The Director of Budgets from the Adamawa State Ministry of Finance said the 3 days intensive training was timely.
Like this is very, very important to us because it gives us the opportunity to specify the budget in a simple way that the citizens can understand the activities of the government, all what they have requested in their constituency or localities are captured very well in the budget.
Some of the participants who shared their experiences said the training has afforded them with skills to ensure that the needs of the people at the grassroots are captured in every budget cycle.
Okay, all thanks you said, state to state. I think they are working day in, day out to see that they've actually carry everybody along, like everybody should feel he has a say, or what his want or his voice is reflected in the budget. right now, like today is the day 3, and also we're going to translate the budget into Hausa. In the way that even if a layman, somebody who doesn't understand English, picks the budget or clicks into the site, he could read it in Hausa and understand what is written there.
Assist the government in tracking and identifying some of their projects that are in the budget, and also we are very close to the people in the grassroots. They ask us questions and we respond to them that why is the government doing this and that. So we have been doing procurement monitoring projects, especially projects like structures, what the eyes can see. So I think I have a lot of feedback to the community and a very good representation to them as a civil society.
You said representative who spoke at the opening of the training said the knowledge learned, if applied, the public will have a sense of belonging as the budget document is translated and simplified to the citizens. The participants assured that they will redouble their efforts to ensure that the objective of the workshop was achieved for the development of the state. Percy Dabang, Viva TV News, Yola.
The Lagos State government has announced travel advisory ahead of the All Progressive Congress mega rally scheduled to hold on Tuesday at Tstv Channel Stadium in Lagos. The General Manager, Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, Bolaji Areba, disclosed this in a statement. He said that there will be a procession of APC presidential candidate party stalwarts, party faithfuls and supporters from the local airport to Tstv Channel Stadium through Bolaji Bank at Anthony Way, Maryland Ikorodu Road. According to him, while the procession is held on the main carriageway on Ikorodu Road, the service lane will be available for use by the motorists without any hassle. Gleason International Academy has conversed for the development and reorientation of children's mind towards having a positive approach that will lead to nation building. The Deputy Head School Administration James Ali said that as the school annual education fair in Abuja, all said that the education fair was apt as it will help add value to the generality of the people.
We believe that the nation Nigeria can change and the world at large. So therefore we started the mission of nation building by developing and orientating the minds of these children towards positive and developmental approach. We had given them the foundational part of education, and we believe education is a lifelong process.
The guest speaker at the occasion, Olajumoke Kahinde, said it was important for parents, guardians to help guide the situation of the student in choosing their career path rather than be authoritative in their decisions.
How we see our children or what we want them to be in future. Most times we hear parents saying, oh, I want my children to do better than I did. I don't want you to feel like I did. So in doing so, a lot of them even misguide the children by putting them in that box of wanting them to be what they want them to be. So I will not blame them entirely. I would say it is the love they have for the children and their fear of, perhaps that these children shouldn't feel.
A parent, Michael Mozi, called on parents not to superimpose their wish on their children but create a platform for them to choose their driven career.
Parents is a guide to a child, so we should help the child to actualize his dream, to follow his passion, to guide him through his passion, so that we should not impose what we want on our children. We should encourage them to follow their path.
And as a street student of the school, Oluwatosin Obasanya commended the school authority for organizing the education fair, saying that it will enable them to strategize on focusing on the desired career while transiting to higher education.
I believe it will give me a lot because, of course, transitioning from year 12, that is SS3, to university is quite nerve-wracking because it's a new experience and it gives a lot of pressure to do well and make the right decision. So this is giving a lot of prospect in how we can transition in a better way than we thought we could.
Now on the international scene, tens of thousands of Israelis rallied nationwide for the 7 straight weekdays before Parliament is due to vote on controversial legal reforms advanced by the government. The proposed overhaul being pushed by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's right-wing government will allow Parliament to overrule Supreme Court decision with a simple majority and boost politicians' power over judicial appointments. A crowd marched through central Tel Aviv with many of them waving Israeli flags and chanting democracy. And our EU's foreign policy chief on Monday warned China against providing Russia weapons for its war on Ukraine after Beijing dismissed U.S. allegation that it was considering sending arms. Joseph Borrell said that he told China's top diplomat Wang Yi at a meeting over the weekend that it will be a red line in the relationship. On Sunday, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said China was now considering providing lethal support to Moscow, ranging from ammunition to the weapons themselves. But China blasted the allegation as false and said it was Washington that was fueling the conflict by aiming Ukraine's forces.
China providing arms to Russia, and asking him not to do that, and expressing not only our concern, but the fact that for us it would be a red line in our relationship. He told me that they are not going to do it, that they don't plan to do it, but we will remain vigilant.
Gunfire erupted between Afghanistan and Pakistan border forces on Monday after Taliban authorities shut the country's busiest crossing with its eastern neighborhood, officials said. Relations between the countries have been testy since the Taliban took Kabul in August 2021, with Islamabad accusing its neighborhood of harboring armed groups that have carried out strikes on its soil. There have been frequent flare-ups along the mostly mountainous border splitting the countries, which no Afghan government has ever recognized, including sporadic gunfire and crossing closures. And now flooding and landslides triggered by torrential rain in Brazil claim at least 36 lives and carnival weekend in southeast Sao Paulo state. TV and social media footage from the town of Sebastião showed the entire neighborhoods underwater. Debris from hillside houses swept away by oozing earth, flooding highways, and cars destroying by trees, among other damage. At least 35 people died in San Sebastião. The state government said a girl was also killed in the town of Ubatuba, news reports noted. Every day since the daily February 6th earthquakes, rescue workers from HATAP, the Turkish Animal Rights Federation, are scouring the rubble in Antakya. They have been pulling cats, dogs, rabbits, cows, and pigeons from the ruins. Rescue workers have saved hundreds of trapped dogs, rabbits, and birds cherished by the people of the ancient city devastated by last week's 7.8 magnitude earthquake. Efforts have focused on 7 people, but also rescuing animals. The quake has killed nearly 45,000 people in southeastern Turkey and nearby Syria and completely devastating some 75,000 buildings, including Nadli Yanoka's home.
Benim oğlum 10 hastası, oğlum da 2 ayak kesildiği halde oğlumu kırmamak için geldim buraya kedimi sağlamaya. Oğlum çok hastası onun. Kıramadım. Adana'da ameliyat oldu. Ayakları kesildiği halde baba istediğim var senden kedimi getir dedi bana. Kedi almak için buraya geri geldim Antakya'ya. İnşallah bulurum.
Yani enkaz, ne bileyim moloz gibi bir isim olsun da istemedim. Çocuk daha mantıklı oldu. Birazcık daha hani anka kuşu da tüylerinden yeniden doğar ya. Onun gibi bu da yeniden doğdu.
And that's all the news plus. I am Patient City. Many thanks for watching. Please stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.